Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a review on long-term storage considerations for bug out bags, get home bags, I'm never coming home bags, cabin bags, whatever bag that you got that would be having stuff in it that would be sitting around for an extended period of time. This video is going to cover some considerations in regards to that. First thing up is batteries. So in any bag that you got, you're going to have probably some type of electronic device, whether it be flashlight, GPS, whatever. And batteries is going to be something that you'll need. Lithium batteries are the more preferred choice of batteries. They hold a charge, a good charge over a long period of time. You get about 7 to 10 years of shelf life out of a lithium battery. It also performs very well in cold weather environments. So if you were to take just a regular alkaline AA battery and you're outside and it's 35 degrees out, that battery is not going to be performing the same as if you compared it to a AA lithium battery. So it has a longer shelf life and they work better in cold weather. One thing that I will note is when I've gone through my bag and I've dumped everything out because I'm going to be redoing it, taking things out, adding new things in, one thing I realized that I should probably do is write the year that I got these, because just looking at the package, I have no idea how old these are. On the back, it does say 2011 Energizer. So I'm thinking that this package was made in 2011, but I could have bought it in 2012 or 2013, depending on how long it sat in a warehouse somewhere before it got sent out to a store. I don't know the time frame on that. So going forward, whenever I buy new packs of batteries, I'm just going to take a marker and write down the date that I bought them. That way, when I crack open my bag and I need to replenish things or do the systematic purge and replen of things that need to be rotated out, I'll know, well, hey, I've had this in this bag for 7 years. I need to get a new set of batteries. But overall, lithium batteries are the way to go. On batteries, inside this bag, I have a flashlight. And I kept the batteries out of the flashlight because I knew that there's a chance of this happening. Alkaline batteries are just notoriously known for corrosion. And so if I had left these batteries in this flashlight, the inside of the flashlight would most likely be ruined. And once those contacts inside of it become ruined, trying to put new batteries in and make good connection, it's just not going to work very well. So anytime you store an electronic item, store it without the batteries in it, especially if you do not have lithium batteries. I'll even this one that I would be putting lithium batteries in, I don't have any batteries in it. I just, for long-term storage items, I just don't store batteries in them. These batteries are shot, they're no good, so they're going to be getting thrown away, and I'll be getting some lithium AAA if I can find them. Lighters. So lighters is another thing that could go bad in a bag, especially if there's a bunch of stuff in the bag and the little plunger gets depressed. If this gets depressed and is held down, well then all the fuel inside will just vent out, and then you'll be left with an empty lighter. One thing that you could do is just take just regular cardboard, like I tore this off the top of a box of crackers, and you could take this, create like a little shield, so to speak, for it, wrap it with electrical tape or duct tape, and it just creates a guard to prevent the plunger from being depressed. That way you don't vent all the fuel out of the lighter. You don't have to do the whole thing, you just do the tip, something like that. The key is just to protect the plunger so that it doesn't vent everything out. You can also repurpose old prescription bottles. This one I have matches in there. That'll go for a long way of keeping things dry, not just if water leaks onto the bag, but also from moisture as well. You don't see these often anymore, film canisters, but if you have a bunch of these around, these are pretty good little storage devices. Keep things in. Alcohol related type things. So these were once shot tubes, I guess you could say. They contained alcohol in them. Things like this would be good for watertight storage. This is another one that was a drink inside there that I got at the store, and inside this is money and important documents. So it just stays inside this little watertight tube, and that stays inside the bag. Of course, Ziploc bags is going to be your friend when storing things inside of a bag, protecting the individual contents in the event that the entire bag gets wet, or just from sweating and or collecting moisture and stuff like that, where it's sitting in the trunk of your car or sitting in a toolbox or whatever. Each component being individually bagged, especially when it comes to electronics, is going to extend the life on it. Duct tape or any other tape, this one hasn't had any issues with it, but sometimes tape, when left in the trunk of a car for an extended period of time, sometimes the adhesive can start seeping out the side right there and gets very gooey on the end. But this tape doesn't appear to have any of those issues. One thing that I've done here is I've taken a small pencil and I've just wrapped it multiple times with duct tape to have a smaller package of tape. That way I wouldn't have a huge fat roll in there and then have all this space being just dead space and being unused. I've also used old credit card advertisements. You get the junk mail and you get the little fake credit card. I'll use those and I'll wrap those up with tape to save space. But I would even, after doing that, I would even recommend throwing that in a Ziploc bag, because like I said, on some tapes, from just it getting so hot, the adhesive can start seeping out. And so if you have that in your bag and it's up against some clothing item, or just in the bag in general, and you got all that adhesive just kind of oozing out the bottom, it gets on stuff, makes everything sticky. Save yourself the headache and just put it in a Ziploc baggie. Medications. So medications are obviously something else that will need to be rotated out. For example, this one's expired in 2015, and you should also consider what you're getting. So this was I opened this earlier. This was still sealed, but These were soft gel caps, and some of them have kind of, I guess, melted together from being in the trunk of the car. Aside from them being about 5 years expired, I really don't know what effect the heat may have had on these, if any. Something I'll maybe need to talk to a pharmacist about. But maybe the consideration of just getting the regular tablets instead of the soft gels could probably be a better idea in the future. I believe that was it. Oh, so this is something I did a while back. I took this box of ammo, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I wrapped it with duct tape. And I forget how long I've had it in there. Probably since like 2013, maybe 2014, possibly. And time of recording right now is year 2020. So this has been in here for a few years now, just sitting at the bottom of the bag. It's been in the trunk of the car. It's been different places. Like I said, I just wrapped it up in a Ziploc baggie, as you can see in here, and then wrapped it up with duct tape. And it's perfectly sealed. I could tell that there was no moisture that got to it. Cardboard's still fine. Rounds look, brand new. They don't have that tarnished look or appearance to them. Looks like I mixed these up a little bit. See here, these are. Okay. This stuff is the Perfecta stuff. This is a Federal cartridge, so looks like I used a few rounds of the Perfecta. I guess maybe just trying it out. I don't know, but it's all still good to go. And wipes. So I have no idea how long I've had these wipes in there. But wipes, I suggest putting them in a Ziploc baggie to help preserve moisture. But eventually this stuff's gonna dry out anyway. So these wipes are about as dry as toilet paper. They don't have any moisture in them at all anymore. I mean, you could write on this now. So even something as simple as baby wipes, it's going to need to be rotated out at some point. When I put this in the bag, I don't know. I have no idea what year it was and at what point it started completely drying out. I have no idea. But it's no longer wipes, but it is perfectly good writing paper. Write letters with it. When you get to putting your bag together, you could probably make a packing list on there, just showing the different things that you have in there. And with that itemized list, you could note somehow things that you're going to want to check on periodically, especially if you've got something like food in there, depending on what kind of food it is. If you got an MRE, then you should probably count on replacing that MRE at the end of every summer, in my opinion, because an MRE package in the trunk of a car, inside a bag or whatever, once it goes through one season of summer, it's pretty much done with at that point. So that would be something that would be on a more regular basis. Things like batteries, you could mark on your phone calendar, 4 years from now, replace Energizer batteries. Take these out, put them in the kitchen drawer or the whatever drawer that you have batteries around the house for the TV remotes, take this out of your go bag and throw them in that drawer and go buy brand new batteries and restock the bag with fresh ones. Wipes. That's something I might have to research to see about what's a good shelf life for wipes, because I have another bag of wipes and another bag. Just press it on it through the bag. It feels like it's still wet in there. I have little moist towelettes that were in MRE bags that were from probably 2013. They're still wet. But obviously those MRE bags were not kept in the trunk of a car for an extended period of time like these things were. So you can have different rotation schedules for different items. Some, depending on what you got in there, they're going to be on a more regular basis. Other ones, it might be every 5 years that you need to replace batteries in your bag or something like that. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down there in the comment section. You can send me a message as well, but I prefer you do it in the comment section because there's no such thing as a stupid question. Don't be afraid about asking it. Head on over to the Facebook page and do the same. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.